And welcome to the latest update on adverse activity afloat. And after last week when I spoke of it being almost a reversion to normalcy, with the caveat that this situation could obviously change very quickly, sadly it did. There have been two incidents of note in the area, the first being the attack on the northbound bulker Magic Seas, which is Liberian flagged and Greek owned by STEM Shipping. UKMTO promulgated warnings based upon reports of an incident some 51 nautical miles southeast of Hodeida. It commented that the vessel had been engaged by multiple small vessels, which is reported elsewhere as 8 skiffs, which opened fire with small arms and self-propelled grenades. The onboard armed security team opened fire. However, there was an escalation of activity as the vessel was subsequently attacked by 4 unmanned surface vessels. 2 of these hit the port side of the vessel, Magic Seas, resulting in a fire on board and forcing the crew to abandon ship. The crew were rescued by a passing merchant vessel and are safe and well. However, Magic Seas remains adrift, abandoned and unlit. The second incident was the swift response to this incident. As within hours, Israel attacked the 3 Yemeni ports of Hodeida, Ras Isa and Salif, and also the Ras Qatan power plant. As part of this attack, the ship Galaxy Leader was also targeted. As reported, a radar system on board the ship was being used to track and presumably target vessels in the southern Red Sea. I don't believe that the Houthis have yet claimed responsibility for the initial attack on Magic Seas, but it fits their profile. However, it somewhat fits their earlier profile of getting up close and personal to carry out attacks, rather than firing standoff UAVs at shipping, and I wonder if this is indicative of their current supply situation. The Houthis did state that they would not attack US shipping if the US refrained from attacking Iran, but this was before the recent US B-2 strikes. This is the Houthis' first apparent action since those strikes, and the Magic Seas being Liberian flagged, Greek owned, carrying steel products and fertilizer from China to Turkey would not necessarily appear to readily fit their target profile. Spokesman for STEM Shipping did state that the current voyage had no links to Israel, but he also did acknowledge that STEM's vessels have sometimes called at Israeli ports. This is the first attack for some while, and it will be interesting to see whether the Houthis are emboldened by the Israeli retaliation or if it causes them challenges. Irrespective, the area is less predictable than it appeared earlier this year, and the shipping community needs to react accordingly. As always, transcripts of my podcast can be found at my website, https://garybrogan1.wordpress.com. As we're all concerned about the safety of mariners at sea, please feel free to share any information that I provide, and any comments that you have may be left there or below. That's just coming up to 3.5 minutes. It is longer, but there's more to discuss, and speak to you soon, and hopefully let's have a quiet week. Bye bye.